20 years from tonight, two versions of you are possible. Identical brain, identical world, identical number of hours. One can't account for where the decades went. The other can show you, shelf by shelf. The only difference between them is a habit of allocation. And you'll set the policy before this ends. There's also a question almost nobody asks until their final afternoon, when it's too late to use. Asked tonight, it quietly reorganizes an entire week. Two famous thinkers framed the choice a century ago. One feared we'd be controlled by what we hate, the boot, the ban. The other feared what we love, a stream of pleasure so frictionless nobody bothers to look up. Shrink that prophecy to the size of a single life. Version 1 spends 20 years reacting, fluent in every controversy, present for 10,000 alarms, absent from 10,000 personal moments, the days dissolving in under a minute increments. Version 2 routes the same hours differently, skills stacking into mastery, pages accumulating into work, a body maintained, relationships deepened, a mind choosing its own inputs. What separates them was never discipline. It's compounding. You already believe in it with money. Small deposits, left alone, grow slowly, then dramatically, because gains generate gains. Attention obeys the same law. Each invested hour makes the next hour easier. The skill unlocks the harder skill. The page makes the next page possible. The trained mind learns faster, which trains it further. The leak compounds too. Every hour surrendered to the stream slightly weakens the faculty of attention itself, making tomorrow's hour easier to lose. Attention compounds exactly like money, and the final total is your life. Now, for the clarifying instrument, there is a last afternoon coming for everyone. Hold that thought for 10 seconds and ask, on that day looking back, will you wish you had refreshed the feed more? Most people at the end don't treasure alerts, arguments, or grievances. What rises in value is what the stream had been collecting all along. Presents, things made, people loved. Which leads to the most radical question in this series. Do you want to be happy? Not if circumstances improve, not when conditions cooperate. Unconditionally. A decision installed beneath the conditions instead of held hostage by them. The obvious conclusion is that a new life starts Monday. That's precisely how the stream keeps winning. It never feared dramatic battles. It feared the small constant ones. The real choice is 1 hour wide and arrives thousands of times. So install the policy tonight. In your own handwriting, write a short declaration. I will guard my attention. I will choose what enters my awareness. I will create more than I consume, because my attention is my life. Place it where tomorrow's first scroll usually happens. Then, at every pull, run a 2-word audit. Deposit or leak. You didn't choose the world you were born into, the loudest, hungriest attention market in history. The next hour, though, belongs entirely to you. So choose, not once grandly, now and now and now.